Guys, the Resell Brothers coming at you with another What Sold video. $12,000 in the past 7 days. A little bit down, so we've normally up quite a bit above 12,000, but we're still going to show you guys what's selling. Hopefully the issues with eBay site get resolved and we're back up next week. But that's kind of how it is with eBay. You have good weeks, you have bad weeks, you take the good with the bad, and you just keep on moving forward. We also have a surprise in this video. We have an item that sold for $500 today. We're doing the previous 7 days, not including today, the day of recording this. So we're going to show you that as a bonus. So if you want to watch to the end and get that item and see the $500 item, that's there for you as well. But we're going to get into the what sold. Tony, add eBay. And to the guy arguing with us on Poshmark, we're not taking that offer. Okay. All right, jumping into the numbers, $12,125 and that most important 37 cents, 382 items going out, or actually went out over the last 7 days. 10.3 on eBay, 13.30 on Posh, and 4.41 on Mercari. As you can see, we feeding that eBay beast. So now we can go ahead and jump right into those items that sold. And the first one is a bundle. This is a perfect example of having the same brand with multiple, same brand, same sizes, multiple different items. These are two vests that I think, were they both down? Yep, yes. Both down, quilted puffer vest. The person bought both of them, had a subtotal of $52.25, and got them both out at the same time. So people don't think Land's End's good, but if you get the right material, it's not hateful. This is an item that I think we had in a thrift haul. This is a State and Liberty men's button-down shirt. State and Liberty is actually a really good brand. It's kind of hard to look up. For some reason, the eBay search engine doesn't like it, but it has a good sell-through rate as well. If you see it, pick it up. I think we've talked about this brand before, but if you see this tag here, the shirt doesn't say State and Liberty on it. So if you see this tag, that's a State and Liberty shirt 9 times out of 10, and it also has S and L, and it doesn't always have the S and L on it. But if it does have that S and L, not the sketch show. Yeah, if it has the S and L on it, that is indicative of State and Liberty, which is a great bolo. Next one, we got Kent Wang. It's a nice long sleeve button down shirt. Kent Wang has been a really good brand for us. That one time we found it, and it sold for $52.25, full price sale. And this is actually added to our men's list. So if you want to check out our free men's list, it's right here. It has a, what is that, 100% sell-through rate, 30 to $100 depending on the item. So if you want access to this, it's in our link tree. You can go to and find the list, and then if there's a thing, it's free. It's in the description of this video. In the description of the video as well. If you want to donate, to us for making the list, that's great, but you don't have to. Totally free. Next, we have a new tag Travis Matthew vest. This sold for that $60.80, and it sold really quickly. We don't pick up Travis Matthew all the time unless it's cheap or a more substantial piece like this. That's why we picked it up. Naked Famous jeans. Is it Naked and Famous or just Naked Famous? It's and. A lot of the times, if it has a symbol like that, I forget what they're called, but and symbol. Yeah, well, I know it's the and symbol, but they have, anyway. You can leave that out, and it still searches really well. So that symbol, a lot of times, aren't necessary. Even put an and in between something, like if it's Cutter and Buck, I just search Cutter Buck, anyway. Same thing with Naked Famous. This sold for $48. Took an offer on that one, and if you see this red line, this is a red line selvage, so it has got the double stitching. It's a little, it's made a little bit better, and that's why this commanded a little bit of a premium. Ooh, we've sold this more than once. This is a Lily Pulitzer 100% cashmere cardigan. It did sell, and then it got returned, and then it sold again. She loved it. The sleeves were too long. Yeah, it's a really nice piece, nice knit Lily Pulitzer cashmere. I hate when people say nice piece. It's a wonderful piece. It's not art. It's a shirt. Sold really quickly for, I think it sold for $50. Lily Pulitzer cashmere stuff is really good. True Religion jeans. These were not new. I thought they would be new. Nope, not new. Flat pockets. Had the flat pockets on the back, some weird color, but they sold for $50, and they sold pretty quick, very quick. I actually bought these
probably about a month.
$5. Here is a Johnny O men's button-down shirt.
That looked like I was squeezing, but I was just like flashing a 5, sorry.
This sold for, I believe, $48. It took a while to sell. The Johnny O stuff is not flying off the shelves for us, even the new stuff. So keep that in mind when sourcing. Not all Johnny O is created equal.
This is a Supreme shirt. Sold for $50.
Rubber Johnny.
Whatever that means.
It says Rubber Johnny on the back.
Anybody know what that means?
It's a Chris Cunningham shirt.
I don't believe it.
Here is an Eddie Bauer First Ascent.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
First Ascent down jacket. First Ascent, I think it's the highest line of Eddie Bauer. We normally don't pick it up unless it is a First Ascent. That's kind of our...
Trevex.
Trevex, yeah. Trevex and First Ascent we normally pick up. This sold for $50, and it sold really quickly, pretty much instantly at that price.
Lululemon, this was a weird one. It was kind of it was a knit, and I had to look up what it was because I'd never seen one like it. It was all nylon, so it was really interesting. This sold for $55, and it sold pretty quickly, about a month. So
next we have an Eddie Bauer 2XLT barn coat. It was wool line, which added a little bit of value. This sold for $45, and it sold in a couple of months.
7 Diamonds blazer. We've sold this one twice as well. Got returned for a fit issue. Sold for more money the second time. I think it was $52.
Sold twice. Pretty good. Next is a Built Elite Fairway pullover. It actually says, I think, it doesn't say it. I thought it said it on it. Let's see. Nope, we just looked it up and found the exact style. So if you see this style, it's the Elite Fairway pullover. Sold for $45, and it sold pretty quickly within a couple of months.
Patagonia jacket. I don't think it had anything wrong with it, but we listed it a little cheaper just because it was an older style and such. But it sold for $40, and it sold very quickly as well, less than a month. So if you price Patagonia reasonably, and it's substantial,
this is a -33 merino wool base layer. It was new at tags, which is why it sold for so much. Sold for that $47.50, and it sold really quickly. I think it's a women's, right? Oh, it's a men's. So it's a men's small, so not a great size either, but it did sell.
Anytime you get those base layers that have wool either in them or they're 100% wool, they're going to do pretty well for the most part. Look up the brand, but they're normally pretty good no matter the brand. These are vintage 505 orange tab. Are they orange tabs? I think that's what it says. Yep, orange tab jeans. I'm pretty sure we took a $45 offer on these, made in USA. Sold pretty quickly too, I believe, about 2 months.
Made the year I was born, 95.
Wow. Bad year.
Taylor Vintage pants. They're new at tags. Taylor Vintage is not a great brand. If we find it new, sometimes we'll pick it up. This was that case. It did sell for that $42.75, listed $10.24, so it actually sold pretty quickly too. I don't know if I would suggest picking this up if it's not new. Definitely look it up though.
Brunt pants. I remember taking the offer on these for $35, and they sold in less than a month. Probably actually 8 days.
The tools you wear.
Yeah.
Wow, what a slogan.
Speaking of slogan, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of slogans. Harley Davidson women's size 14 leather pants. These only sold for $33, but I think there's something wrong with them if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's a little bit, I think there's a problem with there's a little hole or something. Had a little bit of a flaw, or we would have asked a little bit more for them, but still a decent sale. I think we only paid like $10 for these. So.
Vintage Brooks Brother tweed. So not only was it made in USA, it had this, if you see that.
Ooh, that's dirty looking.
Yeah. But if you see that wool blazer that's really thick and has that, almost feels like a really thick knit sweater kind of a thing, that's tweed, and they normally do okay. This sold for I think it was at $45.60 full price, so
quickly,
sold pretty quick.
Nice.
What's up, guys? Hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. I wanted to hop in here and tell you about AutoPosher really quick. It's our software that we use for everything that has to do with reselling, cross-listing, auto delist, and the recreate feature. The recreate feature is the main thing that we've used that's really changed our business and help us sell a lot more stuff. So use code RESELLBROS or use the link in the description of this video. 15% off, biggest discount that you can get with the Resell Brothers, and hopefully you guys will try it, enjoy it. It's changed our business. Hopefully you'll use it and it can change yours too. Back to the video.
Next we have a 7 diamond
Another
shirt,
one.
another 7 diamonds. This is new with tags. I don't think we paid very much for this either. Sold for $44, but it did take a while to sell. That's kind of the thing with the 7 diamonds. Sometimes it takes a while to sell. Sometimes it sells quickly. No real rhyme or reason to this brand, but we still pick it up when we see it.
It's a Talbot's cashmere knit sweater.
Cashmere.
Had a lot going for it. It was a 1X, so not the biggest size in the world, but bigger. And that was always helps it out. And being cashmere and new, allotted a $40 price tag. So very quickly as well. Less than, I mean, that might have been 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, quick. Maybe we underpriced it.
Maybe we did.
Next is a Stafford blazer. It's new with tags. It's a good size. 48 regular is a pretty good size. This is a corduroy jacket as well. We always like to pick up corduroy when we can. Stafford, we normally don't pick up. Only bought this because it was new, but if it is new, it is a pickup if you pay the right price for it, which we did. Sold in a couple of months.
Polo Ralph Lauren jeans. These sold for $34.20, as you can see there. Full price sale. And it sold in, let's see,
Hampton?
3 or 4 months.
Relax.
Hampton Relax Straight. Yep. Polo jeans are pretty good.
I think we've talked about this one before, maybe not. This is a Saks Fifth Avenue cashmere quarter zip. Saks Fifth Avenue is not the greatest brand in the world, but the higher end materials are pretty good. This sold for $38 and it sold really quickly. Not much else to say about that, but definitely a good pickup.
Calvin Klein women's leather pants. Sorry, these sold for $38.
I think so.
Yep, and they sold very quickly. Leather pants. Who knew?
Oh, this is a good one. This is a heavy hitter. This is a Brunello Cucinelli suit. Listed it at $650. Honestly, I listed it a little low, kind of wanting to just move through it quickly because we did pay up a little bit for it. Ended up taking a $400 offer on it. It sold in less than 24 hours. Like I said, this high-end stuff, we try to move through it quickly. We don't like to let it sit. We'd like to sell it as soon as possible. It's made in Italy. Really nice 2-piece suit. Brunello Cucinelli. Definitely be on the lookout for that.
This is a North Face jacket. The men's Expedition. This sold, I think it was it 90?
Yeah, 95.
I think it was a full price. We take so many offers, it's hard to remember what does what, but this was a $95 sale. Sold very quickly as well. I mean, for us, it's very quickly. About 2 months, so not too bad for such a high-ticket item.
This is a Ralph Lauren wool cashmere blend pair of pants. They're also made in Italy, which if you know anything about Ralph Lauren, that's going to add a lot of value. Make sure you include that in your title. These were also new with tags, so a lot of stuff going for these. They did sell for $123.50. Great sale there. Definitely happy about that one.
Ted Baker sold for $95, new with tags. Took a little bit the lower offer on these. Once again, paid up for it. I think we only paid $25 to $30 for these. So $95, flipping it pretty quickly and for a good profit, so we'll take it.
Twillery. This was a really nice jacket. I think I have a video on when we found this.
Almost kept it.
Yeah, this sold for $60 and it sold really quickly at that price point. If you look them up, the sell-through rate doesn't look like this will sell instantly, but it did pretty much sell instantly. So good brand.
Last 90 days, summer months were in there. So it's kind of summer, fall. So those jackets and coats should be selling better now. LL Bean, brown suede leather barn coat, outdoor hunting, and stuff like that. It was owned by
Griffin.
Jay Griffin.
Nice.
Thanks for your coat. Sold for $90, and it sold about a month and a half.
Yeah. Next, we have a pair of Peter Millar Crown Crafted pants. The Crown Crafted seems to do a little bit better for us. This sold for $70, and it took a while to sell. Maybe we priced them a little bit high. We were asking $99, so yeah, we priced them a little bit high, but still, nice solid sale.
Got a Mizzen Maine vest sold for $55. It was a quilted, kind of a jersey knit style. It was the Rockwell gray quilted knit, according to the title. So $55, Mizzen Maine. If it's new, does well. Never, I wouldn't pay up for it anymore if it's not new. So yeah.
Next is a Brooks Brothers cashmere V-neck. This did sell for $70 and it sold really quickly within a month. Brooks Brothers cashmere pieces are really good if there's no flaws, but look for flaws because 9 times out of 10, you're going to find a hole somewhere.
Mother jeans sold for $75 and they were new tags. You had if you didn't know, they have a big M on the butts a lot of the times. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you see the big M's. Yep. On the booties. So, yep. Everybody knows Mother.
Next is a Poshmark sale. This is an LL Bean, kind of a thick fleece shacket type deal. This, I believe, was an older item. Yeah, this sold. This was listed. It's got to be a while ago. It's in the 39,000. So this is probably a relist. Thanks to AutoPosher, we are moving out a lot of our older inventory. This is a prime example of that. Even on Poshmark, we're selling the older stuff. So definitely happy to get this older item out at a nice premium at 51 bucks.
All right, guys, we're going to jump in here in the middle of the video to tell you that this episode is not brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp. With the holidays, I know a lot of people are taking care of other people, but guess what? You have to take care of yourself too. Every podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. We're not. Maybe one day, but yeah.
We called BetterHelp. We said, hey, we're the Resell Brothers.
Yeah, and they said, who?
They said, who are you? We said, you'll know.
And they said, they hung up. So this is our plea for BetterHelp.
Take care of yourselves.
These are a pair of Built everyday pants. They are, I mean, everybody knows Built. Everybody now knows that the pants are going to be better. These sold for $40 and they sold in about 2 or 3 days. So.
Yeah. Next is kind of a weird one. This is a FootJoy cashmere sweater. This did sell for that $41.80. It took a little while to sell, surprisingly. I thought this thing would be flying off the shelves, but proved me wrong, but definitely a good sale.
Another North Face Apex Elevation Insulated Primaloft. All the fun words sold for $36, and it sold in a few days again. Maybe we could have sold it for more.
Next is an example of a more substantial Travis Matthew. It's a hoodie. It is the 1980 Caddy Day golf tournament. Don't know if that added some value, but it did sell for $38 and it sold within a month.
These are a pair of Nike wind-resistant pants, and
these are
they're kind of track pants. Have the gray tab. Normally means it's older.
Mm-hmm.
And they sold. I mean, some of the vintage Nike stuff doesn't necessarily.
They sold for $28.50.
They don't draw a high price tag a lot of the times. Some of them do. These ones are kind of just more plain and normal, so they're not going to sell for a ton. Some of them you can sell for like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 bucks. These ones are more plain, so I guess $28.50.
Next is a Velebrequin. I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly.
Sounded good.
Thank you. This is a Velebrequin shirt. I think it has a broken button, which is why it only sold for, or maybe not. This might have been a return and then a resale. I'm not 100% sure.
No,
maybe not.
I took a cheaper offer because we'd had it for. We had it for not terribly long, but it had no traction. It had like 2 or 3 people even view it, and no watchers.
It's a pretty good brand. That's kind of crazy.
No watchers after, what is that, 3 months almost. Yeah. So I was like, well, is this the only person that's ever going to see this daggone thing? So I took an offer for it.
What was the offer?
I said $30.
30? Oh, It's a good brand if you see it. Sometimes stuff just gets kind of...
$27.55. This is what these sold for. It was not $20, $27.55. This is another example of the gray tab, and yep, $27.55.
You should probably put vintage on that if you see one that's a gray tab. We normally do, but
some of them are, some of them aren't. It just depends.
Most of them are, especially if they look as old. These things look older than dirt. Look at these. Those things look old. Next is a Banana Republic blazer. Not really much else to say about this. The Banana Republic blazers actually perform relatively well. I just don't expect a crazy amount of money for them. This sold for $33.25.
Echo Unlimited jeans sold for $20, and they sold in a good time, actually. Less than a month.
Here's a pair of Brooks Brothers. These are the Elliots. They're kind of a thick elephant print corduroy, if you know what that looks like.
These got returned too and then sold again.
Another return and sold again. Thank the Lord, somebody else bought it.
See, having free returns doesn't hurt you.
Yes. If you watched our last video, we talked about accepting returns and how you should definitely do it, in our opinion. But this sold for $26.60.
$6.86. Primaloft, reversible, short sleeve, weird looking thing. Took a cheaper offer than normal.
I could not find a comp on this thing to save my life.
He took a $29 offer, I think. So yeah.
It's somehow a jacket, but it's short sleeve. It was very odd.
Yeah. Kind of cool.
Here's another pair of Ralph Lauren jeans. This sold for $30.40. If you see the Hampton, it's normally pretty okay.
This one looks like it's a little more worn.
Yeah. The Hampton's okay. It'll probably get about $30 like this sold for.
25 to 35, depending on the condition. And
the darker washes, obviously, they're going to sell for a little bit more.
Bet you didn't think you were going to see somebody selling Members Mark pants today. But these sold for $20.
The Denali.
They sold in about 5 months. So not crazy fast, but...
I feel like we bought these just to see if they would sell.
Yeah, probably $2.
They sold for a decent amount, though. This is just a Faraday button-down flannel. Sold for that $33.25. Faraday is a pretty strong bread and butter brand. They have more substantial pieces that go for more money, but just the basic everyday stuff is going to bring a middle tier price range.
Carhartt women's hoodie, full zip hoodie sold for $30.40.
That sold for more than I thought it would, to be honest. This is a relist. So this is going to be a recreate item. If you're new to the channel, we recreate items using AutoPosher, and it's helping us move a lot of the older inventory out. I'll just run through it real quick. A recreate basically takes your old item, all the pictures, all the description, opens up a brand new tab, makes a brand new listing, and then pushes it to eBay like it's a brand new item, which gets you a lot more movement on your older items. This is the case for this. This sold for $40, was listed in 2022, if you would believe it, and we finally sold it. And we made pretty good money on it, only paid $6. So if you're not using AutoPosher manually, you should be manually relisting your items if they've not sold. Recreating your items, sorry, if they've not sold in a couple of years. That's kind of the definition of dead inventory.
This is a Talbot's Velour Velvet Blazer, sold for $31.35. I think this was
It's so quick.
Decently fast. About a month.
Here's just a regular pair of Lululemon men's shorts. These sold for $32.30. Definitely a good bread and butter item for us.
There's a weird Nike hat.
Tiger Woods.
Old Tiger Woods Nike hat sold for $20.
All right, Timber Trail sweater. This is a Timber Trail men's Henley. This is going to be another AutoPosher sale. Not sure why we even picked this up, to be honest. It was listed 11. Oh no, why did I say 11? Listed 10.23 and just now sold. Definitely would not pick this up again. Definitely not a great item.
Definitely not.
Definitely.
Here is the one he said stay to the end for, even though this is not the end. This sold today. It sold for $500. We paid $100 for it. And it's Tom Ford. If you see Tom Ford made anywhere but... Tom Ford? Oh, yeah. Okay, if you see anywhere besides made in Italy or made in Switzerland, it's fake.
Yeah.
We learned that the hard way.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford, made in Italy, cool white silk-lined, wool, silk-lined, all kinds of ivory. Sold for $4.99. No promotion. Straight up $500. Paid $100.
Could have probably gotten more, but...
Could have got more.
Sold in less than 24 hours.
We sold it really quickly. We had it listed a lot higher, but, you know, we took the offer.
It's hard to turn down.
He took the offer.
That much profit. And this is the flop section of the Whatsold video. These are items we would not pick up again. Stuff that, so you can see that you always start off somewhere, and this is definitely a low place to start off. So this is a size 2 Banana Republic pair of women's pants. We only paid $1.50 for them, but they took long time to sell.
2 years.
Listed $12.22. So if you see a small Banana Republic pair of pants,
I think it sold for $6.50.
yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah, don't
This
pick
is
it
a
up.
Tupac shirt. No respect, don't disrespect to Tupac, but probably wouldn't pick this up again. It sold for $5 or $6, I think, even being new with tags.
Yeah.
Tupac's name don't carry the same weight, I guess. Just kidding.
Which is crazy because some of the Tupac stuff we buy sell. So, This is wow, you can't even see the brand. The picture is blurry. Look at how bad that is. This
was a year and a half ago.
In a Skada skirt, so I'm not sure what this brand is or why we picked it up, but it sold for like $8 and took years to sell.
An LL Bean shirt. That's a women's. Kind of cool looking. Wouldn't pick it up again. Sold for $10.
Here's a pair of Express wax jeans, size 4 regular. So they're skinny, they're a really small size, and they're a cheap brand, and they're used. Definitely would not pick these up again. They did sell for $9.50, but not worth the wait. Not worth the wait.
Skechers, old pair of Skechers, women's, paid $7 for them for some reason, and they sold for I think $10. So.
And last but not least, it's an extra small American Eagle women's top, sold for I think like $8, listed $123. So it took a long time to sell. Would not be picking that up again.
Yeah, so
thanks for watching, guys. You've made it to the end of the video. Don't forget to click on our link or use code RESELLBROS if you're thinking about checking out AutoPosher. You get 15% off. It's the biggest discount they have available, and it helps support the channel. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps drive the algorithm for YouTube and helps us get more views, which in return helps the channel. So
yes, and we can keep doing it.
Yep.
So thanks for watching, and have a great...
Don't forget about better.
Yeah, great rest of your week.